the inflation that we've seen, the pricing that we've seen, I think it's here to stay. I don't see it rolling back at all.
Joseph W. Brady levels with us on the realities of inflation and higher minimum wages and how artificial intelligence, AI, will impact both.
Terry, I graduated in 79 and inflation really started in 1980 and then it peaked in like 1982. When prices peaked, they came down a little bit, but then we were somewhat used to that. So, as I've had some friends of mine in the restaurant business say that may be losing some money, once we get used to that $15 salad at lunch that used to be $9.99 or $10.99, and you're still going out and eating it, you're still going to go eat it no matter what. Am I concerned at my age at 67 with what I see as we travel? I mean, I still work very hard to travel. The food prices are up 27% over last year. It's absolutely shocking. It's just shocking to me to see, you see shrinkflation. Okay, I'm a huge Costco buyer, so I don't sit and look at the per ounces, but I can tell by the package that it's smaller. I think the inflation that we've seen, the pricing that we've seen, I think it's here to stay. I don't see it rolling back at all. And I mean, when we were a totally energy independent economy prior to this administration coming in, we watched gas drop back about 6 weeks ago, and then all of a sudden it's moved, and it moved pretty quick. Yeah. I buy literally all my gas at every Costco in California, Utah, Arizona, and Nevada. And I can tell you that within a 3-day period of time here in Victorville, about a month ago, it went from 401 to 419 literally overnight. Yeah. And so, when I'm filling up, I always say to people, Bidenomics is not working. And I'll tell you, you really do hear from people that they're upset. So I don't think I don't see prices going down. I think where they're at, we've all become used to it. And that's my feeling. I don't see any incentive for people to drop their prices after we've somewhat used to having to pay them.
How will the plight actually worsen for fast food workers when their minimum wage goes up on April 1st?
Well,
April Fool's Day?
Let me tell you this about fast food. I won't say who, but I've had the distinct privilege of working for somebody very well known in the food industry. And everybody knows the name. Not everybody knows who this name is, but everybody knows the name, okay? Recently, we're working on an opportunity on up here. I called this person up to ask them about something, and I said, hey, by the way, what's going to happen in April with $20 per hour? Quote unquote, we will raise our prices proportionally to cover that increase. I said, wow. Now this person owns well over 100 fast foods. They own over 50 juice type places. They really know what they're doing very, very well. But here's where the hitch is. Okay, this is where I don't think people understand how it's going to work. This person says to me, Joe, we've been testing AI and it really works very well. And I said, really? They said, we don't have to give vacations. We don't have to give breaks. There's no bathroom stops. And we don't have to listen to anybody complain. And it really works. I thought, wow. And this person should know they've been in the industry their entire life. Okay? They've been in the industry personally 55 to 57 years. So it's hard to kind of BS this person. It's not a week later that somebody says to me, we're talking about AI and fast food. And they said, oh yeah, I just went through XYZ fast food. Happened to be the same one. Okay. I said, what did you think? They loved it. They said, I ordered, I got what I wanted, and I basically didn't have to deal with a bad employee. Okay. So this person had and I didn't tell them who it was. I found it rather interesting that they did. So I haven't had the AI experience yet. But so this person said to me, while they want to pay employees a fair wage, and they deserve to make a reasonable profit. And I guess everybody has a different way of defining that. He said, this is gonna kind of bite people. Okay, this is, if you wish for an outcome, you may not realize what's going to happen. So, Terry, what has always bothered me from an economic standpoint, and we saw this happen with COVID, there are still 10 million jobs available in America right now, but we've got an equal amount of people sitting at home. So, if we wonder why China and North Korea and Russia and Iran are kicking our butt, it's not hard to figure out. They're sitting back laughing, watching. I mean, here's that Congress lady who's, I can't remember what her name is. She's running against Adam Schiff and Katie Porter and Steve Garvey. And she says, 2 debates ago, I'd like to see $50 an hour minimum wage. You're going to put, there'd be nobody that can make it. It's just so, I really think it's going to hurt a lot of people. I think employers have to make some very, very, very tough decisions, and I think you give it about 2 years, this will be a big discussion about, was this the right thing to do, or should it have been done in steps? Okay, do you do it in steps? So you want to be sure workers get paid well. You want to be sure they can afford housing. If you're going to raise the wages and end up killing a bunch of jobs doing it because of AI coming in, then was it all worth it? I don't think some of our legislators up in Sacramento realize that. So, yep.
We hope you can be with us on our next interview with Joseph W. Brady. Thank you for watching this report.